Okay. Get your E-clip and your pliers. What you do is you put the wave washer between there. You squeeze the shoe and the lever together. Put your E-clip in there. And then you squeeze the pin and the E-clip together. And you push the E-clip on there. Next you want to do is you find your adjuster spring. And put this one on there. This way. Then what you want to do is you want to get the adjuster up in there. Hold the adjuster in there. And then next you want to do is grab the other shoe, get it on the spring. This is a hard time here. Oh boy, everything's dropping here. Everything's dropping like flies. Alright. I got the two shoes together. What you want to do is you want to get these shoes. You want the biggest gap at the bottom as possible. And you want to put your adjuster in there. And you want to get them far apart as together. And you want to pull on it. So you can get that other adjuster in there. So it looks like that. Yeah, because you want to get this one twisted all the way over there. So that opens that all the way up. And then you put the self-adjuster in on this side. And then you put the self-adjuster on that side. And then you open it back up. And you got it in there. And then you make sure that the spring is not hitting the self-adjuster. Okay? Hopefully you caught that. Really hard. It's easy to do it on the bench. And then you can put the park and brake paw in there. The lever in there, that's fine. I did it this way. It might be easier to practice on the bench. Get it in there, get it together on the bench. Put it up there and then put your park and brake lever in there. Okay? So then next you want to do is you want to put your hold down on. You got two hold downs. You got this one which is longer, and you got this one that's shorter. The one that's longer goes on this side without this. Okay? So you can raise it up a little bit. Alright, so now we're using the long one. Gotta use the washer with the slot in it. Kind of squeeze them together so it clicks in. Get your pin. Put your pin in from behind. Put it in that way. Now you noticed on the original one it had a washer. That's because it looked just like that one. This one's got this closed in on it. So now you put that like that. Use your pliers. You can see where everything's at. Now you can just kind of turn your pin with your finger to line your hole up and push it in there. Once you get through, turn it and hold it on there. Now on the primary, which is your adjuster lever, you need to put this piece in there. Put some Nancy's Silk Glide on it. And that goes into that one hole right here. Push it in there. It should stay. Now all you need to do is find your small washer, not washer, spring, and your little washer clip, and your pin. This one's a little bit shorter. It's going to be a little bit harder to see. Find the hole in the back, throw your pin through it, and feel around. See it. Go like that. Put that on there. Pliers. And now watch. Turn it. Line everything up. Got it. Using these, you can't really see in there, okay? So now that's that. Okay, now your adjuster lever spring. You can put that in there right now, really easy. Okay, put it in there now. That's fine. You got your wheel cylinder push pins. Put them in there. Push them into the wheel cylinder. And then put the notches on the shoe. These notches. Open her up, put her in there. There we go. Alright. And that one in there. Now, parking brake equalizer bar. Make sure you put the spring on there properly. Goes in there, make sure it goes into the spring goes in between the shoe. The rod goes in between the little fork on it. Just don't want to go. Alright. You got that one. Push it in there. Both in there. Squeeze it together a little bit. Best you can. Make sure you get this baby. Put that in there. Okay. Next, you want this little lever. That's got to go on there. Goes on the adjuster. Pull it out. Shove it underneath there. Arf, arf. Come on. Push down on the spring. A little tight. Not coming out for me enough. Okay, got it. Push down on it best you can. Get it up in there. Need to put the shoe all the way up in there. Now it's a little tight. Get a bigger screwdriver. What you want to do is you want to push it up inside here to work this spring, and here to go. There we go. Watch out for the lever on the adjuster. Okay, boom. Alright, make sure everything's centered, everything's going together, everything's pushing in each other. Make sure this rod is going inside the shoe. Make sure these pins are inside the shoes. Okay? Then you got your springs for your shoe springs. Short one goes over here because it goes to this lever, and the long one goes over there. What you need to do is you need to put that in there and twist it a little bit. With this side, kind of got a little hook on it. Goes all the way up. And it clips onto that button. Make sure that this piece is, make sure this one piece is pushed past the pin on there, on that little ledge. Push the spring up there as you can. Get it up there. Boom. Make sure the spring is past the button. That one's good. And now you do the short one. Goes in the hole. Wiggle around, get it in there. Same thing, goes on that little rod on there. As you go up, you want to push it up a little bit. Boom, and sometimes it shoots across the room and then when it comes undone. Now we gotta go find it. Yeah, hold on. The fun of working on cars. Alright, put that in there. Put that up on there. Boom. Got it. Okay. Everything's together. Adjuster lever. Got the spring underneath. Got the rod in there where it needs to be. Got your hold downs on. Got your shoe springs. Everything's in little notches. It's all set. Secondary, primary. Primary is bigger than the secondary. Secondary goes in the front. Okay, make sure this surface is nice and clean. I'm gonna put a little bit of anti-seize on it. When you put your drums on, you want the drums to go on, and then you can feel a light drag on. And you use your self-adjuster to adjust that up. Okay, now where we're at, you need to remove your vice grips. After you wait a little bit, the brake fluid will gravity bleed and start coming out your wheel cylinders. And then once you start coming out the wheel cylinders, you can put your bleeders in, put some anti-seize on your bleeder screws, put your bleeders in, snug them up, double check your fluid level in your master cylinder, and leave the cap off because you're going to gravity bleed it again. Okay, bleeding. See it? The other side's bleeding too. Alright, so now we can put our wheel cylinders in. Or bleeders in, I mean, on the wheel cylinders. Okay, you got your drums. You need to wash them out with soap and water or some glass cleaner. Get all that oil residue from inside the drum. Also, you put the drum on, you should have a little bit of resistance going on. If it's too loose, you need to turn your car washers down. If you got them too tight, you need to pull your self-adjuster out and turn the star washer up. If you don't pull the self-adjuster out to release the pressure on the star wheel, you're not going to be able to turn it. Okay? So, I got the star wheel turned all the way in. Alright? And this thing just goes on. See? Oh, I can turn it. Alright, that's perfect. Alright, do the other side the same way. Lower the vehicle down, top off your brake fluid, pump up your brake pedal. Come back here, open the bleeder up. Make sure you don't see no air bubbles. No air bubbles, tighten up your bleeders. Put your tires on. Top off your brake fluid. Put your cap back on. And you're all set. And make sure you got a good brake pedal before you put it in drive or reverse, okay? And that's it. If I helped you do your rear brakes, that's awesome. If you could help me out by subscribing to me, I appreciate it. And if you already have, thank you.